According to the Surgeon General, women should not drink alcohol beverages.
That just sounds sexist to me.
Well, I'm like 8 months pregnant and I've had like 12 beers, so I'm in bad shape. My baby's gonna come out with a higher alcohol content than this shit.
That said, I wonder how strong of a shit, or how strong your shit's alcohol content has been after a night of drinking. Does that make sense?
We've had this conversation. I don't even know if you remember that conversation, but
it sounds vaguely familiar.
AJ and I were very intoxicated. We went to a restaurant that had bathrooms that were family bathrooms, I guess you can say. It's meant for one person each. But I went in first and I was like, oh, there's a urinal and there's a toilet. So I opened that door. I said, hey, AJ, want to be peen buddies? And then
match made in heaven.
Went right into the door, locked that door, of course, because why wouldn't you? Privacy.
We're not animals.
And that's when, we were both peeing. And I needed to break the ice, so I asked AJ. The question I asked AJ was, "Have you ever taken a dump and you just feel so much more better? It's like if you pooped it out."
That's literally what's going down.
What is in that? What is the content in that poop?
If you were to, I don't want to gross out anyone, but if someone were to ingest said poop, would you get drunk from it?
If I would imagine if you don't throw up, yes. Right?
I would imagine so. I mean, if there's true alcohol in there, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Wow, what a monster! Listeners. You gotta.
I had to use my. I filed my nails down so low that I can't open them. So
Jesus.
Which is a bad choice.
Yeah, he just became a beaver right now and opened his can with that. But
I was hoping you were going to notice.
Right. Oh, no, I freaking noticed. Yeah, so this is the beer we're starting off with. It's Artisanal Brew Works, and it is She's Turt with Prickly in Pink. So pretty cool can design, actually, as John mentioned as we were getting the show started earlier. Looks like it's going to have some hints of guava throughout it.
Oh, I don't like guava.
Your design, my lighting's a little trash right now.
Mine is going to be even worse, but I'll try.
No, at least yours is brighter, though. Yeah, yours looks fine. It's actually pretty tight. So, if you couldn't already tell, we're going back to sours for this episode. It's been a while.
AJ, I think so far now, I've had like 7 different kinds of sours, and I've only enjoyed one. So,
truly enjoyed one, too.
Where is this going to take me? I don't know.
Don't know, but for this one right here, we're looking at a solid 4%. Not the strongest beer that we've ever had on this show by far and away, but I'm hoping at least the flavor will at least still take us somewhere.
I think this takes the cake as the weakest beer we've ever had.
I wouldn't doubt, actually. I'm sure we've had something around 4 or 5% before, but an even 4%, it's got to be a record for us right now. I would not doubt. But luckily, my girlfriend is bringing over. She asked if I wanted to have a beer. She's stopping over at a store, so Mama Cita's going to hook me up with something.
Ooh, Yvonne and myself.
Go ahead.
We bought like a mixer pack, thinking it had alcohol in it. We were very mistaken. It was.
What was it?
It was mixers. It was just the juice.
So what is that like? Maybe like 10%, 3%?
There's no alcohol. It's 0. You have to bring your own alcohol to mix with it. So that was a waste of time. But we bought some rum. We bought some rum right before.
Did you hear that?
She's gonna get muted. I'm gonna cancel her. I wish there was like a mute sin button somewhere here.
You're not gonna like this when you hear it later.
She won't.
Oh,
it's okay.
Thank you. I got a 6-pack. What'd you get me a 6-pack of? Scorpion Bowl IPA, I'll take it. Nice. Okay. Nice. So good, solid
a decent
IPA.
Stone. Yeah.
Yep. It's a good. I asked her to surprise me. Oh yeah, let's finally get into it. The reason why we're here. It's most interesting.
Ooh, she's not bad.
No, that tastes delicious.
Oh, there's the guava. Yep.
Oh, yes, right. You said you're not a fan of guava, are you?
No. It's okay. It's all right. For the listeners, the viewers. Whoo.
I think the listeners can imagine your face right now.
I'm really good at making faces when I'm not trying to. Sometimes I try to, but a lot of the times I don't, and I just
That's
make
good.
faces.
That's great. It's all good.
Oh,
Actually,
man.
I'm low key kind of okay with the alcohol content not being the strongest on this episode, just for the fact that I have had like nothing to eat all day. It was busy
Oh,
all freaking day at
man.
work. I didn't even make time to have a lunch break. It was just too busy. So therefore, I'm kind of running on empty right now. So at least I won't have to worry about getting extremely trashed. But I imagine not eating even 4% beers are going to add up for me right now.
Man, I wish we would have looked at the content when we bought these things.
Yeah. I don't remember us talking about that.
We just grabbed them
all.
because there were sours and we wanted to do a sour episode.
Right. I don't think we've ever had a beer from this particular
Ooh.
brewery, which again is, what was it again?
Artistrin or...
Oh, here we go. Artisanal Brewworks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
Ooh.
so the artist that made the design for this can is Violet Rose. If you want, you can follow them, Violet_Rose_art on socials. So there you go. Shout out to them.
And if you want to follow us, you can follow us at Beer Belly Pod at Instagram. You can email us suggestions at Gmail, at beerbellypod@gmail. Shameless plug, because why not?
Right? If you want to watch the video versions of these episodes, Beer Belly Podcast on YouTube, FKLs. But yeah.
So AJ, let me tell you a funny story really quick.
Please.
I struggled to find our podcast on YouTube. And because I always do Beer Belly Pod. People, don't do that. You have to put podcast.
Yes, you have to put podcast.
If not, you start getting videos that judge you about beer and what it does to your stomach. I don't like that.
I know that I'm poisoning myself. I don't need the reminder. Gotcha. It is true, though. Yeah, if anyone follows us on Instagram and Twitter, I usually try to do a good job of making sure that you search on YouTube by Beer Belly Podcast. Podcast,
but I don't listen to you, AJ. I got an AJ mute button, just like a Sin mute button on here.
I don't blame you for that.
And then I just kind of nod my head, wait for you to laugh, unmute, ha ha ha.
Agreed. Fair enough. God damn it! Real quick, the food's on the way. Okay, Chikorita.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Hey! I need your attention.
Okay.
We were supposed to start earlier. And your BS excuse was you didn't want to leave your team behind. What about Team Beer Belly? What about John?
Team Beer Belly?
Huh? You left me high and dry, AJ.
I definitely did. This is delicious, by the way. I'm enjoying it.
It's going down pretty smoothly, to be honest.
Absolutely. So if I could, go figure. This is a sour beer we're drinking, but definitely getting those hints of guava with like nice tart throughout it. Definitely tingling the taste buds right now. I'm enjoying it a lot.
Oh, man, it's making me gassy, though.
Oh, you've had more powerful work.
Well, I've had stronger beers. I don't know what this is. This is water with milk sugar in it.
I got something brewing like right here. I imagine something's going to erupt eventually.
Ooh.
Oh, that was weird. Oh, there it
is. You got to follow up that aftershock.
It was like a worm where it extends its body and then has to curl back up to then continue across the ground. That's what that burp was a little bit. Exactly. So, the first 2 episodes of WandaVision on Disney Plus, sir, have launched. Have you watched either of them?
No, I have. I mean, what kind of crazy person would I be not to watch it?
Did you really or did you not?
No, I did. I watched it that Friday.
Oh, nice. Okay. Did they air both episodes at once?
Yeah. Did you not watch it, AJ?
I did, but I didn't watch it till last night. So I get I guess full disclosure, we're recording this Saturday, the day after WandaVision dropped. I was surprised that they released both episodes at once, though. That's kind of cool.
I feel like there's a reason why they did that, and
I'm sure.
I feel, in my opinion, the reason I feel like they did that is, although I think the show's going to get amazing, the first 2 episodes were a little slow. And I feel like it's better to get the 2 slow episodes over with now. Mm-hmm. So then you can kind of keep the audience going to keep watching. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just different,
Yeah. Oh,
right?
as far as different goes, tonally, this show is way different than anything you would come to expect from a Marvel show or series or movie, for that matter.
Or
Like
anything.
anything over the past decade or so is nothing like this, you know. So it's pretty cool to see. It's a fun shakeup of what we've expected the Marvel franchise to be, which is cool. I found myself chuckling at certain things throughout the show, and
Same.
it gets those odd moments where it gets very, very
Weird.
serious. Yeah, like it makes me wonder where they're exactly going with all of this, you know? Like what it's building to. You get like these little mysteries here and there, and we could probably get into more detail in a little bit, but yeah, it's a very interesting show. I look forward to more. Nice. There's the power we're
There it
looking
is.
for.
There it is. It was good. It was funny. Like I said, it was just a little slow for being the first 2 hours of the show. Maybe a little less, obviously.
So actually, I think both episodes added up to about an hour and 5 minutes, something like that.
Oh wow, how short.
Yeah, they're only like 30-minute episodes.
But I'm looking for when we finally transition to color, and this is when the crazy shit starts to happen. I'd imagine that's what the trailers make it seem like, at least.
Oh, okay. I haven't actually seen any of the trailers for the show. Like the only thing I've seen close to a trailer is if I'm scrolling through Twitter or Instagram, it'll start to play one, and I'm like, I'll keep scrolling. I kind of just scroll past it, so it's kind of a surprise for me.
I hadn't seen a trailer until today in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it like played it. I think I was watching something on YouTube. I was pooing, and I didn't feel like not looking at my phone, so I was just like, fuck it.
You're pooing. You might as well look at your phone.
Decisions. I mean, it's on there. Why the fuck not?
Exactly.
So it's crazy, and there's a few Easter egg videos on YouTube that kind of explain certain things. I'm like, okay, well, this shit's gonna get a little crazy.
Okay, interesting. But yeah, I enjoyed it though. It was a really fun show. It was very silly, very like 60s, 70s sitcom kind of style to the whole thing, which is part of the gag of it. But again, with like notes of things getting oddly serious at very specific moments throughout a couple of the episodes that are out so far.
Lady breaks the glass when like the world's kind of freaking out.
She's like, that was weird.
Who are you? And then she just snaps it, and then there's like that cut. I'm like, oh, okay,
right,
okay. Still a little bored, but okay.
Did you enjoy the humor of the show at all?
Yeah. Oh, I was laughing my ass off. I grew up watching a lot of the I Love Lucy's, Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie, the Andy Griffin Show. I grew up watching those because of my sister. So
oh wow,
I've always kind of been into those black and white. I wouldn't say into them, but I'd watch them and I'd laugh at those black and white shows. Beverly Hillbillies. Yeah. I watched them all. Gilligan's Island. Yeah. Old people.
Did you ever watch like Three's Company and stuff like that as well?
Come on, knock on your door. Yeah, of course I did.
No.
My sister was into all of that. Golden Girls. I watched anything you can think of from that era. I probably watched it due to my sister.
Nice.
That's the perks of having an older sister.
That's good. I miss Golden Girls. I never really watched that much. I remember occasionally when I was like little, like 4 or 5, my grandma would randomly have it on, but I would get bored and I'd go play and do something else. But I kind of want to go back and watch because I hear like the banter between the ladies is actually pretty smart and entertaining.
Oh, it's so good. There's a slutty one, a dumb one, a cranky one, and an old one. Although all 4 of them are old.
I was going to say, what did I say? One of them slutty, but they're also old?
No, one's slutty, one's dumb, one's smart, and one's an old. I think there's 4.
But they're all old.
No, but one's older than the other one. So it's like the mom of one of the Golden Girls.
Oh, interesting. Okay, gotcha. Is Betty White the dumb one? Like the dumb, silly one?
Yes, she's the dumb one.
Okay, gotcha.
You know, she's going to turn 100, or she already did turn 100.
Oh, my God. And she seems like she still got it, too.
That's what she says. She says that she's still in good health. She's just in quarantine.
That's awesome.
You hide her, government. You shield her from everything.
Protect her. As far as she's concerned, there is no COVID, and she just has to stay at home for a couple of days. That's all. She'll be all right.
She needs to be in the Golden Girl reboot.
Yeah.
She can be the extremely old one. Hmm.
So between the since I don't know the show, I'll take your word for it. Who would you say between the two of us? Who are we as the Golden Girls?
Oh, that's easy. You're the slutty one, and I'm the grumpy one.
Nice.
Next question.
You answered that a little too quickly. Wow. Thanks a lot.
I mean,
Fair
you're
enough.
slut.
Reformed. Reformed.
Mhm.
Civilized now a little bit.
This is going down too fast.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Again, I've said this toward other beers we've had on the show in past episodes, but this is another beer I could totally see. Like, if it were available and it's a hot summer day, I would definitely be downing these just because it's so chill, so smooth.
Yeah, and then I'm sure you can have like 7 of them and be fine. So
Seriously.
let me ask you, AJ, did you watch Marvel Legends, or do you know about Marvel Legends?
I have heard of it, but I have not yet seen it. I've been
So,
wanting to watch it.
do you know what it's about?
No, I know it's on Disney Plus, and no, I don't know what it's about though.
So the whole point of Marvel Legends is to give you a backstory of each character. So you got one that's Wanda and then one that's the Vision.
Nice.
Excuse me. And it's basically their history of the MCU. So when they first started, how they were created, all of the different movies they've been. So it's like a 7-minute clip reel, showing the timeline of these characters. So if you're brand new to the MCU, you don't need to watch these movies. You can watch these 7-minute clips and be like, okay, I know who these 2 characters are.
Sick.
So from my understanding, they're going to do that with all of their Disney Plus movies. So we'll eventually see one of the Falcon, and then we'll see one of Winter Soldier. And by the way, have you been hearing about those rumors?
As far as Mr. Chris Evans?
Chris Evans? Yeah.
Yes, I
AJ,
did.
I've been fucking saying it since the day they killed him off or aged him, and y'all disagreed with me. Every single one of you. I said, he is too young. Why would he stop? He's going to take a break. I've always said he was going to take a break. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a little longer. I thought it was going to be like another 5-6 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Not 2, but
COVID. We're in hard times right now with COVID and all that.
But I
He's
mean,
probably really bored.
If it's true, this is the first steps. I mean, we won't see him for another 5 years. They still got to write him into something, film, release. So, but I was right. If the rumors are true.
Right. But I mean, it was reported. So, I mean, we'll see. But yeah, if he truly does want to reprise his role as Cap, I'm sure they can find a myriad of excuses to get him back in there. You know what I mean? And everyone wants to see him as Captain America anyway. I can't think of any actor in the game right now that I would prefer to see as Captain America over him. It's just as simple as that. And I'm sure everyone feels that way.
You would be wrong, my friend. There's like
Really?
there was it was like number 10 on Twitter that was trending about the Falcon. I don't remember his name. That he's now Captain America.
Anthony Mackie.
Bro, yeah. We haven't even seen him hold the shield longer than 2 minutes.
Right.
So shut up. First of all, I get it. He was Captain America in the comics for a little bit, as were other characters. And guess who returned? Captain America. Chris Evans. There you go. Because he is my Captain America. Not Steve Rogers. Not Steve Rogers. Chris Evans.
Chris Evans specifically. Fair enough. Gotcha. Well, we'll see. I mean, that said, I do look forward to there being an Anthony Mackie Captain America movie of some sort, but we'll see what that turns out. I mean, we're probably just going to see that in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You know what I mean?
And I would imagine the whole point, or not the whole point, but in Falcon Winter Soldier, they're going to be fighting over who's going to be Captain America. I feel like that's what's going to happen because in the comics, they were both Captain America at one point.
Yes, correct. Which would kind of be interesting to see where that goes and what it branches out to be eventually. But honestly, that's the show I'm most hyped for on Disney Plus right now. Out of anything that we've received so far, that said, WandaVision is super fun. But I've said it before. And I'll say it again. I really am surprised they decided to let their first departure into the latest canon of Marvel, at least as like, the cinematic series and saga and such like that. I'm surprised they took such a chance with such a random show that like WandaVision to start it all up again, rather than something that is a little more tried and true.
Here's my thing is before COVID, let's say COVID never had happened, we would have already seen Black Widow. We would have
True.
already seen Eternals. And I don't remember the name of the movie. I'm not gonna say it. The Shang. I don't remember.
Oh,
The name.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Seven
Shang-Chi.
Rings.
Yes, I believe that was gonna be next. I might be wrong. Don't quote me. And then this show, I believe, is supposed to lead into Multiverse of Madness because she's supposed to be in that movie. So I think it was correctly like planned to be that first Marvel movie or Marvel TV show because it was going to lead directly into a movie. That's why I felt like it makes it. Now things are a little different now, obviously, but I mean they can't sidetrack at this point. They've sidetracked enough. Give me Black Widow. God damn it.
I was just thinking that last night, right before I started the show. I was like, I want to see what the heck Black Widow is going to be like. Now, I can't believe that they postponed it as much as they did, but obviously it's understandable. You know, it's an unprecedented event in human history. We're going through the motions right now, and Marvel has to still kind of try to put pieces together to where they can still strategize making a great cohesive product that they've been able to do for the last decade. They want to be able to maintain that. And it's now a new challenge of trying to be able to do that. It's crazy. It's crazy. I feel bad for them a little bit because it's like all of this kind of just, obviously there's people with worse problems, but these are people who are creative and they're trying to make the best product in a cohesive timeline as possible. And now with this pandemic, it's all fucked up, you know?
HBO Max is doing it. HBO Max is 100% doing it. We're getting King Kong versus Godzilla in March. There's already stills there's like a quick clip of Space Jam. And I think there's one other film that I don't give a shit about. But look at HBO Max. They're doing it. I think Disney is just playing the long game and waiting until cinemas open. And I honestly think at this point, cinema will never be the same.
Probably
there are going to be people are obviously going to want to go to the cinema. I would prefer to when this thing calms down. But I think at this point, people, and specifically because of HBO Max, I really feel like they fucked the theater industry. Yeah. Because they're going to show that it doesn't need to be released in theater. They can be released at the same time, which is what they're doing from my understanding. Whatever movie's coming out on HBO Max, you can still go and see in theaters.
Correct.
So Disney could have done it, but they're being stingy. I mean, again, Disney, you can send me your paycheck whenever you want. Thank you. They're being stingy and they're waiting for it to come out in theaters because obviously there's more money in theaters than there is in their own streaming platform. They already got all of us. They got me.
Exactly. No, right? It's true. It's true. They got me too. They have me on the annual plan. So they're making that good.
Why do they need to release it on the streaming service? They don't. They have everybody already. I just think that, you know, a little stingy. Just give me Black Widow. It's gonna be good, but it's not gonna be the best Marvel movie.
Right. And you know that movie's done. It's been done. Now, like you said, they're just biding their time.
Get God. I mean, yeah. This is pissing me off because I wanted to watch Blade when it was scheduled to come out, and now I'm stuck waiting.
Yep. And we were all excited about the prospect of X-Men eventually coming to Marvel. Who knows when that's going to happen now.
Fun fact. So a lot of people are speculating that WandaVision is going to have a lot of elements of House of M. I don't know if you remember about House of M, but...
Well, Peter, our buddy Peter from SD Geek Podcast, he lent me his House of M comics, so I need to start reading those.
You should, because I know there are a lot of aspects, like the twins that she have aren't supposed to be real, and then when she finds out they're not real, she alters reality. Spoilers, by the way, guys. She alters reality to be her own, so she can have her kids, but she kills off a lot of X-Men or mutants, and some survive. So people are speculating that this is going to be the show that kind of brings up the mutants.
That would be crazy. That's what makes me wonder then how long this tone of the show that we currently have in the first 2 episodes is going to last. Is it going to continue to be like a honky-dory kind of classic sitcom vibe, or is it eventually going to get very real?
It's going to get crazy. There's no doubt in my mind. So? That's exactly why I believe Disney Plus released episode 1 and 2 together. Because the episode 3, I have a feeling shit's going to go down. At least a little bit.
I mean, we're getting little inklings of it here and there. So I'm ready to see what the hell this is going to turn into. Because I mean, again, this is just speculation here. But what if, like you said, I think that's a good call as far as utilizing House of M aspects of the comic run into this show, into when shit gets really real. At that point, I don't know what's going to happen as far as how they're going to bring the X-Men in. But what if it's like she alters reality so far to where mutants just become real because from her own psyche? I don't know. It's like a weird. That's kind of reaching a bit, but I don't know. It's something. Obviously, they have something planned.
I'm super on the boat that she is a mutant, and the Mind Stone just well, in the comic books we know she's a mutant. In the MCU, for the last 10 years, you're led to believe that the Mind Stone created her. They gave her and her brothers the powers. Led to believe. I'm on the boat of the fanboys of she's always been a mutant, and the Mind Stone just sped up the process of her getting her powers.
Right,
so,
or enhance them at least.
Disney towards that way at this point. Because what is she? She a mutant? Is she not? She a witch? She not? Burn the witch.
No, it's true though. I mean, if you think about it, there's no one else in the MCU that has powers anything like her whatsoever, and everyone else's powers, for the most part, are a lot more explained compared to hers. I mean,
yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, the Mind Stone is a nice little way to explain how Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch became a thing within the MCU. But at the same time, it doesn't explain it quite as much as, as far as Bruce Banner, how he got his powers, and then everyone from there,
I feel like that was the original idea, without a doubt, because this was years before Marvel bought Fox. Because if you remember, Fox was cranking out X-Men movies every 2 years. And the reason they were doing that was because if they didn't, they lose the rights. So as long as they're cranking out these shitty, god-awful X-Men movies, except for Days of Futures Past. Wait, I'm wrong. That one's awful. First Class. Tricked all of y'all. And I had a feeling that they wanted to use her because it's a great idea to use her, but they couldn't bring up mutants.
Yeah.
So...
legally.
But they also kept her and her brother's past ambiguous because, I mean, Magneto can still technically be her daddy.
Right. What are they going to do with Magneto? Are they going to make Michael Fassbender Magneto in the MCU? Is Disney going to do that? Wouldn't that be tight?
Oh my!
What if they utilized that actor as well as they did in First Class? What if they did that?
You know what? Before I would have said you're full of shit. Stop thinking about that. But there are strong rumors that Daredevil is going to be in the Spider-Man movie.
I've been hearing that.
Charlie Cox.
And it's going to be the same actor, right? Yeah.
Rumors, obviously, but I mean, why not? Why not? We are in such an amazing age. I'm so happy I'm only 30. Because
I know, right?
This is like they got all of the the cool Marvel straightforward storyline done with, and now we're finally zigzagging everywhere. Just played. Morbius is in Fox, but Fox. No, wait, is Morbius Fox?
I think you're right. Or is it Sony?
That? It's Sony. Morbius was supposed to come out. I don't know if you remember that. Pretty sure.
I remember Jared Leto. Yeah, we're not going to see that movie anytime soon.
I hope he's better in that one than he was as the Joker. I said it. Don't at me. He's awful.
He has a very small part in Blade Runner, but I think you'd appreciate his role in Blade Runner or Blade Runner 2049 or whatever that movie is.
I've not seen it.
It's worth watching. I'm surprised.
I've heard it's
I'm surprised that's not like a movie you haven't seen with your dad, because I know that your dad's a pretty big sci-fi guy. That seems like a very much a movie. You got to watch I've never seen the original, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
But while there's so many cuts to the film, I don't know which one to go with. I've heard the director's cut is good, so I'm in the middle of still Googling which one I need to watch. So if any of you have a strong suggestion as far as like the definitive or the best version, if you will, to watch, let me know, because I've heard the original cut is not the best version to watch. It might be the director's cut, but even then, people say that there's other cuts that do the same thing but a little bit better as well.
I'd imagine it's all subjective. I would imagine.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's the case. You ready for the next beer, sir?
Yeah. I am actually. Let's do it.
All right, we'll be right back.
Yeah, hit play.
All right, well, we're recording, baby. Go ahead. We're back.
So we have a funny picture of my fiance and I of her Chihuahua, her chunky Chihuahua, where
Yes.
she's very judgmental in this picture, and my fiance had it staring at me while we started recording. I was very uncomfortable. I'm going to show you the picture now.
Please do. To the people. Oh my God, she looks high. She looks very cranky.
That's
Why
what
does she look so
judgmental.
pissed? Very. She's like,
I don't know.
ugh.
So that's what we call the judgmental Lola. Whenever you're thinking about doing something wrong, look at the picture.
Exactly. She's she's very disappointed. Jeez. It's like, ugh. Why are you bothering me with that right now? So,
All
ladies
right.
and gentlemen, the last beer we had was an even 4%, very light. But as John is proudly displaying, we have here another beer by Wild Barrel Brewing Company, which is, we haven't done Wild Barrel in a long time. It's been a while, I feel.
Do you
And this
remember the
one
last
is-
beer we had from them?
I'm trying to think of what it was. What was it?
I don't remember.
I'll have to go back in the archives, but this one is Vice Black Currant. Kind of a groovy little design on the can. I appreciate it.
Oh, okay.
Nice pint.
5.6%. Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
we're stepping up. We're stepping up. It's not so much about the alcohol volume in this episode, but more so what kind of flavors we're getting and the nice little light buzz we're getting from it as well. Got Beaver Boy to the side of me, opening
I
his
already
beer.
tasted some.
Ooh, look at that
Oh,
color.
it's so purple.
I am digging. Cynthia, you want to come take a drink?
No.
Come on.
Fine.
Oh, that took a lot of convincing. Try it out.
I poured it too fast, AJ.
Oh, God, drink it now while it's all
Ah.
foamy. You did this to yourself.
Mm.
That's interesting.
Ooh, that's not bad.
I'll admit, at first taste, I think I appreciate the guava one a little more flavor-wise, but I'm going to appreciate the 1.6 extra percent of alcohol this one has
Yep.
in there. I'm counting every single
Instant
one
winner. Instant winner.
for that one, for that reason alone.
That little bit of oof you feel is that extra 1.5%.
Yep,
Or what?
and
0.6?
every percentage counts.
Yep.
I'm actually so happy about this episode. I'm a little disappointed. I wish that we had some stronger beers for tonight in particular, just because I don't have to work tomorrow. But at this, just I'm like, you know what? The world's my oyster. Bring on the beer. But it's okay. At least we're enjoying ourselves with some nice lighter beers.
Lighter.
Nothing too
And
crazy
you got a
powerful.
6-pack waiting for you.
Amen. Oh, well, the only thing is my dad's home, and apparently Sin said, "Oh, I brought you over some beer." So he's going to take that and his buddies over too. So I'm lucky if there's going to be 1 or 2 beers left.
Why would Sin do such a thing? Kick her out. You actually take her alcohol.
No, it's not even her. It's the fact that my dad is home and he has a friend and they've already been drinking a little bit. So at this point, it's going to go through them like water.
Oh, AJ, I'm telling you, you need to get a mini fridge with a lock to it.
I have a first world terrible father problem.
Yep.
So,
It's cool.
sir, I wanted to wait till you were maybe a little more intoxicated one of these days to tell the story, but you never did finish your engagement story. If you don't mind
Oh,
sharing.
shit. Okay. Do I remember?
We got a whole beer to go. Might as well.
All right.
Tell the people you owe them a story. It's been like
do.
4 episodes.
It's been like 4 episodes. Okay. So I had the entire day planned out. It was the 18th of December. The reason I had that day planned out was because I knew regardless of the date, I was going to ask my fiance in December. And she like randomly surprised me by saying, "Oh, I bought these tickets to go to a light show in Woodland Hills," which is close enough to LA. It's like 40 minutes from LA.
Nice.
So I was like, this is the day. This is the day it's happening. So started planning it all out. And then like a day, I would say like 3 days later, she was like, "Oh, my sister and her dad's going to go." Fuck. So I'm already like, okay. I don't know what I'm doing. And then the following day, she's like, "Oh, we're also going to take my little cousin. He's like 7. I'm like, fuck.
Cool. Great.
So
Thanks, babe.
so I didn't know what I was gonna do. So the week I found this all out the week before. So the week of, it was Wednesday, and we were gonna go and do this on Sunday. I talked to my mother. I call her, and I'm in full panic mode. I'm like, Mom, you know that
I don't know what to
sweet
do.
plan? You know that sweet plan I had to ask my fiance, my girlfriend at the time? She was like, yeah. I was like, it's fucked. And I
That's cool you
explained to
called
her
your mom. That's really cool you called your mom. Like, that was one
Oh, yeah.
person you can go to for it.
I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was in full panic mode.
Right.
So I called my mom. My sister was in the car with her. So was my little brother. And I tell my mom that Yvonne invited her family. And I was like, I don't really want to do this in front of everybody. I just kind of wanted it to be me and her moment. And I was like, okay, I'm going to tell her that I bought a non-refundable hotel. And my sister was like, yeah. You know, she might be mad at you for one day, but it's okay. She'll get over it once you actually ask. Right. I was like, okay. So I get off the phone. I call my fiance and I tell her, I was like, I wanted to surprise you. I got a non-refundable hotel and I don't know what to do now. So we talked a little bit, and then it came down to, well, her family can stay at the hotel with us. Fuck.
That's like, right. That's like, okay. It's not the same thing, but like it's adjacent to like, oh God. It's like when you ever whenever you're breaking up with someone and they talk you back into being in a relationship, it's like somehow you had one solid goal in mind and it goes the complete opposite way that you expected.
So I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, that's a great point, babe. Why can't they just stay with us then? It's non-refundable. Bring the family. I'll sleep on the floor, and your cousin can sleep on the sink. It'll be great.
So then I call her. I let her off the phone, and I called my mom right away. I'm like, Mom, I fucked myself. And she's like,
that
why?
Plan was shit.
She was like, why? And then I was like, well, because now her family's going to stay with us at a non-refundable hotel that I never bought. So now what am I going to do?
Now you got to buy a non-refundable hotel room.
Yeah, because she questions. My fiance questions. And if I don't have something, I went on Expedia. I took a few screenshots just in case. And
your lie's growing.
And I don't ever lie to her. So this was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So what ended up happening was I was like, I'm not going to do it on the 18th anymore. I'm going to do it on the Sunday before. What else can I do? Mm-hmm. So that's what happened that day. Sunday happened. You know, I took her all around LA and we got to a point where I was like, okay, what do you want to do now? Because we did a few things. And she was like, my leg's hurting and I want to go home. I was full panic mode all over again. I was
Great.
Like, oh no. And I was like, let's just go to the Griffith. I proposed to her at the Griffith Observatory. And she was like, well, my leg's really hurting and I want to go home. I was like, no, it'll be really quick. AJ, our closest friends to the audience and the viewers, I would have dragged her up that hill. Because I was a man with a plan with a non-refundable hotel that I did not have.
So how did you end up? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
How did I end up what? Tell me. Ask.
How did you end up getting rid of the non-refundable hotel idea when you proposed to her?
Yeah, I told her the truth.
You came clean after? Like, by the way, there's no non-refundable hotel.
Yeah.
Your cousin, your family's not staying anywhere. We ain't doing shit.
Break all of their hearts. So I would have dragged her up that hill at that point because there was no way it was not going to happen.
You would have been Luke Skywalker. She would have been Yoda on your back. Yeah.
So we get there, we park. I left the ring and the tripod in the trunk of the car. And I told her, we walked up the hill and she's limping. Her leg hurts so bad. And so we get to the top and I'm like, oh, I forgot the tripod. And she's like, no, just leave it. Just leave it. I'm like, no, I'm going to go and get that tripod. The ring was in the truck.
Jesus.
I go down the hill. I get the ring and the box is fucking huge. So I put it in my pocket, but it looks like I have a box in my pocket. So I had to maneuver myself several different times so she could not see the left side of my body because the box was so big. And if she would have asked me what it was, what was I supposed to say at that point? I would have just dropped on the one knee at that point and just done it.
Right.
So at the very end, I, tell her all the sweet nothings, and I have the tripod all set up, all perfect, recording the moment. I fucking go down on one knee. I ask her. I go back to the phone to see the recording, and the fucking Waba Girl app is open. Fuck you, Waba Girl. And yeah,
that's poetry.
There's no recording of it. But it's okay.
You have it right up here.
I mean, what were people doing 15 years ago? It just
exactly.
wasn't a thing.
Exactly. Our grandparents, how the fuck did that work out for them? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It's all up there until you get dementia. It's all gonna be in there. I'm just kidding.
And then it ends up in here.
Hold on, I have a memory.
Let me suck on my arm a little bit. So that was the story of the hell I went through to ask my fiance to marry me. That's
freaking awesome. So if any of you who are watching or listening have some ridiculous engagement stories to share, please let us know. beerbellypod@gmail.com, @beerbellypod on Twitter and Instagram. Hit us up in the DMs. You can comment on any of our posts. Let us know. I would definitely look for it. Subject line, engagement story, if you're going to email us.
Subject line, non-refundable hotel.
There you go. There you go. So can that be the title of this episode?
I was hoping so. Non-refundable hotel.
Yeah. We might have to work that out. We'll see.
That's funny. But
oh my God.
That was the story. She said yes. So
great. That's quite the whirlwind adventure, my friend.
Yeah. So then
I'm sorry you had to deal with that.
Said yeah. After she said yeah, I told her the entire thing. There's no refundable hotel. I called my mom in a panic. Would have dragged her up the hill.
We ain't staying at shit. Oh my God. I'm so sorry you had to deal with that, but it worked out. It was totally
worth it.
Good.
Yes. I'm gonna drink to that. I got all hot and sweaty telling this story.
I got to enjoy myself and drink a good amount of my beer while you were telling it. I just got to enjoy myself. So please, you deserve to take a break. One thing I'll bring up, since we were talking about Marvel stuff earlier, did you hear that Kevin Feige said that Deadpool 3 will be rated R?
Yeah, and he will be a part of the MCU.
That's tight. I'm so happy about that. Like, I honestly am still pretty damn surprised that they're willing to put Disney association with that rated R film, especially because it's a Marvel movie. It's extremely Disney adjacent. That said, Disney has produced R-rated films in the past, but nothing to where it's like Marvel is its flagship franchise nowadays. If it's not Pixar that everyone knows, it's Marvel or Star Wars. But unfortunately, the latest trilogy didn't get the best rap. So it's Marvel.
Again, Mandalorian is the best Star Wars that Star Wars has ever Star Wars. So,
amen.
Ooh, and that's what I was gonna say earlier about WandaVision. Is the Mandalorian started off hot and it ended hot, and that's why they only released one episode the very first day it was released. So,
yeah, that's true.
That's true. Show.
Oh, absolutely. But no, that makes sense. Obviously, they released 2 episodes of WandaVision for a strategic reason. And I think you have a good point in the sense that, it's probably because shit's about to get very real in the next few weeks, And
you might lose the audience if one Friday it's boring, the next Friday it's boring, and then you have to wait the third week for things to really kind of go down. People have short attention spans. I am one of those people. What were we talking about? I don't remember.
Something about cheese, I think.
No. Did you say mystery cheese?
Hey. But yeah,
Don't
I'm
spoil it
enjoying
for
that.
me, AJ.
I will not.
But have you finished watching Cobra Kai?
Oh, sir, I have. Cobra Kai season 3 is. I'll say this: season 3 was not quite what I expected it to be, but it ended up being in the best way possible.
Ooh, I'm on episode 9.
Oh, so you're done.
Almost
You're going to
done.
be done.
Yeah, 2 more
Nice.
episodes. 9 and 10.
Okay,
And
yeah.
it's been very different. There hasn't been very much kid karate. There was like one scene where there was kid karate, and that was basically it. Right? Am I wrong?
What scene are you talking about?
When they break the kid's hand or arm.
Oh, when they break Dimitri's arm. Spoilers for anyone
Mhm.
who's still in the middle of season 3. Sorry. We should definitely do a big spoiler warning right now. But yes,
Probably
no,
at the beginning too.
yeah,
WandaVision,
probably should have. That's my bad. But yeah, anyway, yeah, Cobra Kai season 3 has been a fun ride. It was better than I'll say this. I definitely had different expectations for it. It took an emotional turn I didn't expect, which again ended up being for the better, I think, once I got to the end of the season. And now I can't believe it. I'm super hyped for season 4, whenever that's going to be a thing. Which they automatically renewed before season 3 aired, I think you said, once upon a time.
Yeah, when season 2 was released on Netflix, it may have been released on YouTube, but I think it was released on Netflix. At the very end, it said season 3 coming soon, and then like season 4 in the works. They announced both seasons at the same time.
That's so crazy.
So that's why it's kind of like I feel like season 3 is a lead up to season 4. I haven't finished season 3, but the entire season feels like it's leading up to season 4.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, there's obviously each season of the show so far has had its big arcs, and it's definitely ramping up to something pretty badass. To quote Johnny, pretty badass. That's going to happen in season 4, which I am excited to see how that's going to work. I'll just put it that way. I'm going to be very indirect, but I'm just excited for what the future has to show for these dojos and such. It's going to be very fun. It's gonna be very fun. But yeah,
I don't know if I want to be
season.
a part of Cobra Kai anymore.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah. Anyway, again, yeah. You know what? Again, hit us up on the socials at Beer Belly Pod. Which dojo are you? Are you are you Team Miyagi Do? Are you Team I don't know what the hell I was gonna say. Team Cobra Kai? Or are you Team Eagle Fang? What are you for?
Eagle Fang. I'm all about Johnny. You see those topless shirts of him? Oh.
The dude was a babe in his early 20s.
He was pretty ripped.
I love her. Where he's like, well, I mean, I have to take my shirt off for these pictures, and also we got to do some. It's going to be a lot of cleanup. All the oil and everything. It's a lot of cleanup.
Like AJ, will you oil me up for a photo shoot?
I will absolutely oil you up for a photo shoot. Believe it. I don't think you would be surprised if I would.
No, I wouldn't. Not at all.
If anyone in your friends would do it, I would think it would be me. I'll say this. I would be offended if it wasn't me.
Oh my God.
I want to make that chest hair and tummy hair glisten.
This is going down so smooth. This one is really good.
Is.
At first, I agree with you. Guava tasted a little bit better, but this is good.
This is growing on me.
Yeah.
Again, just to shout out while we're talking about it. Again, this is from Wild Barrel Brewing Company, and this is the Vice Black Currant at a good 5.6 ABV. I would highly recommend this one if you're a sour beer fan. But also, if you have sours that you prefer, let us know. We would love to be able to try some more because we try to have a decent amount of variety in the show. We've more recently been floating around with stouts, IPAs, and sours of late, but there are plenty of other brews out there, Pilsners, Hefts, stuff like that as well, Porters that we haven't yet done on the show. So I do look forward to doing those, right? Excuse me.
Ooh. I'm looking forward to the next episode. Don't tell the people what we're doing, but I'm looking forward to it. That's gonna be fun.
I'm honestly not sure what we're doing next episode.
You don't remember the last thing we got?
No, I don't. I'm gonna have to look.
No. Okay.
I'm actually really
You'll
excited now
remember.
that you bring it up, though.
I'm not. I'm not. Not at
I'm
all.
excited that you're excited. I'll put it that way.
Oh my god. I'm gonna
It's
keep
going to be
drinking this
that bad.
side.
I feel bad not remembering now. Jesus Christ. I'm going to go ahead.
I think it's bad, but what?
In a good way? Is that a thing?
For the listeners and the viewers, yes. For us, no. Definitely not us. Not even close. Not even remotely close.
Fair enough. So, to you guys that are listening and watching, again, thanks so much. I just wanted to do a quick little shout out. So, as far as geographic location of our listeners, this isn't even on YouTube, but just audio alone, we've kind of gained some territories here. We got some folks. Shout out to Slovenia, Turkey, Australia,
Nice.
Albania, Norway, New Zealand, Japan, just to name a few, Germany. So I'm half German myself. So that's really awesome. So thanks for everyone that's listening to us.
Yes, thank you.
That's
Thank
really,
you.
really cool.
Japan.
Let us know let us know what cities you're from in those countries, and
What
also
you're
just
drinking.
yeah, let us know what you're drinking because we want to try something. If we can't find the same exact brew, which I hope we can, hopefully we can find something similar because that would be really cool. Like, thanks for taking the time. And how the hell did you find us?
Why are you listening to us?
Why are you wasting your time with our dumb banter? I don't know why, but I appreciate it. Agreed.
Exactly. I don't know if you've seen this, AJ, or have heard of this, but I was watching a YouTube video, and apparently Japan is having like their own little microbrewery boom.
Really?
They have their own. Yeah.
That
Kinda
sounds
crazy.
sick.
So I'm
I
pretty
think
excited
we need to
about
go. I think we need to go.
So down.
That's all that's telling me, to be honest with you. That's all that's telling me.
Fuck Mario World or Nintendo World. We're there for the microbreweries.
Right? But while we're there, we might as well stop at Universal Studios Tokyo and freaking enjoy the hell out of Super Mario World or Super Nintendo
I'm gonna
World.
throw a shell so hard, so fast at you, AJ, that you're gonna become a turtle.
This is my friend. I'm just gonna be a little Koopa with my red shoes.
Not a Mario Kart. I ain't your friend.
Damn.
I'm gonna chuck all the red shells at you.
Oh yeah, no, best believe. Yeah, if you're right behind me without shells to protect you, banana peel instantly.
This is so good. I'm feeling a little buzzed too. A lot more buzz than I thought I was gonna feel.
Exactly. What do you think about it? After we finish this beer, we'll have had 9.5% alcohol, so we're doing
Not
good.
that much. It's not that
It's
much.
not
We drink IPAs like that.
It's true. And the stouts we've had on the show have been like that too.
Oh my god, the stouts.
That said, on this more recent run of episodes for our last haul that we picked up, did we get any stouts? Is my memory wrong?
No.
We haven't.
We got.
Oh well, that's good.
IPAs, buzz balls. We shake it up.
Yeah,
IPAs are our favorite beers. So I mean,
yeah, we got to do some episodes for us, obviously.
Ooh, AJ, you ready for that Pliny the Younger release?
Oh my god, I'm glad you brought that up. So yeah, I ended up requesting that day off entirely just so that way I can get to bed a decent hour the night before and then wake up in the morning to do that. So we shouldn't be shouting this out for our own selfish needs, but to anyone who's a fan of the brewery that's on John's shirt right there, Russian River Brewing Company.
Oh yeah,
from Northern California in Santa Rosa.
Do it, AJ. Oh wait, I don't need to do it. If you want one of these bad boys. Oh wait.
I can't read it. We can't read it. We're trying.
Wait.
There we go. Pliny the Younger, their flagship triple IPA. And mind you, it may not be the most extremely potent triple IPA in the world, but it is potent. Don't get me wrong. It's at what, like 10% alcohol, 11% alcohol?
10.25.
10.25. And the flavor. True. Agree. But it also, the flavors going on. And when you have several 17-ounce pours of that beer, it catches up with you.
Oh, yeah. Right quick.
Absolutely. So again, to anyone who is a fan of that beer or who would like to try it along with us, because we're gonna try our damnedest to get our hands on it, and it's very hard to get your hands on it.
Oh my
It
god, they're gonna
comes
sell out
out.
within 5 minutes.
Is it on the 18th of this month?
It's Friday. It's not the 18th.
What is that?
Is it
then?
the 18th? I thought it was the Friday. I thought it was the 22nd.
I think it lands on the 18th or something like that.
Oh no.
Am I
This
wrong
Monday?
by that? No,
I'm
it's
going on the
definitely a
website right
Friday.
now.
It's a Thursday. I think it's a Thursday. Pretty sure it's Thursday.
Well, the 20th is Wednesday. I mean Monday, isn't it? Oh no, it's Wednesday. That's the inauguration day.
Oh wait, I think it's on the 28th then, which is on a Thursday. Oh my god, we're
so
all over the place.
Okay, well I'm gonna shut the fuck up. We have another
We have 2 weeks to go.
Basically, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So again, we have more official news then. Yeah, Pliny the Younger 2021 online release date is January 28th, 2021 at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Tiempo. So be ready for that. We're going to be waiting eagerly at our keyboards. Are you going to be available to do that, sir? Because we're going to need all hands on deck for that. I don't know what you're going to do because you have work, right?
Yeah, I'm going to take a poop break.
Take a poo break at like 10:45 and just tell your boss it was a rough ride. You needed the 20 minutes.
The whole 20. I might just let her know that I'm going to be a few minutes late. I mean, it's not a big deal. Or I can just step out of the office for a little bit,
Right.
It's not a big deal. I'm going to get that bad boy. And the good thing is both of us are trying, and I think that it comes with 2. So if you don't get it and I get it, fuck you. I'm drinking both. And I will tell you the experience. But if you get it, you'll share it with me.
So it's only in 2 packs then. Is that right?
I thought it was 2 and then 4 mystery beers. Like you're buying a
6-pack. I think I remember them talking. Yeah, that's right. Because in a recent blog post before they announced the official date and everything and time, they were talking about that. You are correct. I believe that is right. Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's, Blind Pig inauguration and Pliny the Elder. I don't remember what that one was called, to be honest.
The double dry hopped one?
Yeah. Fingers
wouldn't
crossed
that be awesome?
Why wouldn't they? They're IPAs.
Well, they also did say in that previous blog post where they were like, we are planning to have some exciting different beers to accompany the Pliny the Younger. So I imagine that makes perfect sense that they had these 2 new modes of beers get released pretty close to it. So, I mean, why would they waste that opportunity to not do that,
Yep.
I don't know. All I know is that I'm super freaking excited, and I hope we get lucky. Because what scares me is, again, they also, as John had mentioned, and we might have talked about it in earlier episodes as well. So this same brewery, which we happen to be fanboys of, also released pretty much. They brought back this older version of Blind Pig, which is one of their single IPAs. It's called the Blind Pig Inaugural Ale. Which is the way it used to be brewed way back in the day, to the reading that we've done once before
in the 90s.
And they're yes, way back in the day. And then their signature double IPA, Pliny the Elder, is going to be double dry hopped for like the first time, if I'm not mistaken, which is cool. Like limited edition looking cans and such. I'll put this on the video version so that way y'all can take a decent look at it. But honestly, you can just find them on Instagram. Search Russian River Brewing Official. Oh, that's Pliny. What's up?
It's Pliny for President, and I actually asked you this, and now I can confirm. It is a 2-stage double dry hopped. So what is the difference? I'm super curious. Or is it the same beer but reskinned?
Right. I doubt that is the case because the thing is, you and I on this show go back to the Pliny for President episode 2020 that we have. It's several episodes back, but you can find it. We tasted both Pliny the Elder and Pliny for President 2020 one after the other, and
nice.
there was a decent difference. Actually, I look forward to going back to watch that episode on YouTube because I don't know, it'd be kind of interesting to go back and experience that again.
Yeah, because we're not going to experience it for another 4 years.
Right.
God damn it.
Right. I know. Seriously, it'll be a long wait, but it'll be worth the wait though.
And
I look forward to seeing that blue and red cannon.
Super quick disclaimer: you have to be in California to buy the beer. Just to
Only
make sure
because of
we don't-
COVID going on. Yes.
No, because
Oh,
they
really?
are only they only ship in California.
I
Co-
see. Okay.
COVID is the reason why they're starting to ship out beers. Before they never shipped out beers, but because of COVID, they had to shift the way their business ran, and they actually send beers out, but it's only in California.
Understood. Okay, gotcha. And I think is it also limited areas of California because of COVID then, or just as
No,
long as you're in
it
as
has
long
to
as you're in
do
the state?
it has to do with state laws and what laws allow you to deliver alcohol. And California is one of them. I know Nevada is another, but I think they just deal with California because it's just cheaper in shipping and regulations and all that stupid shit.
Understood. I mean, it sucks that that's the case, but I mean, they have to. I mean, if they want to continue to be a successful brewery, then they got to abide by certain laws. It's only fair, you know. It is what it is. So, but that said, if you want, you can always make a road trip down to Santa Rosa and stop by and
They're
visit.
not selling it there.
I thought they were. I thought there's limited quantity there and also shipping. No,
Don't say that.
I want to say that was the case. We'll confirm that at a later date. We'll confirm that at a later date.
Will.
And also, again, you could just follow them, Russian River Brewing Official, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that'll be their Instagram handle. You can find them there.
Yeah.
But we'll call it an episode for right now. Again, hit us up on the socials at BeerBellyPod on Instagram and Twitter. Email us if that's more your style, beerbellypod@gmail.com. If you have any random questions, it doesn't have to pertain to alcohol. It doesn't have to pertain to beer. If you want our dumb takes on whatever subject matter that comes into your silly little brain, let us know, and we'd be happy to bring it up on the show next time. I want us to be able to get so many tweets and Instagram messages / comments and emails to where not yours, but yours.
But
we will
yours,
definitely.
yes. Not you who's listening, the person next to you that's listening.
Right? That person in the back seat on your road trip, fuck that person. With a plunger.
Oh,
But that's you knew how to do that too well, John. To those
I'm
of
into
you
that
watching the
freaky
video
shit.
version, I believe it. Anyway, this has been another fun episode of Beer Belly Podcast. Enjoying myself very much. Cheers to you, sir.
Oh, I finished mine, but cheers nonetheless.
Oh, did you?
There we go.
Oh, nice. I see a slight bit of purple.
All the purple. Oh, yeah. Look at that face.
Oh.
All right.
That was sour. Okay, I'm going to say one thing, though, sir.
What's
Well, it's going to be more so you do the talking. We have not had words of wisdom from John in a while. Take us away to call the episode. Take us away.
Oof. Be open-minded. All beers are beers. All beers should be treated equally. Even if you don't like a specific type of beer, that should not ever steer you away from the type of brew it is. Stouts are good. IPAs are good. Sours are good. Corona and Miller Lights are disgusting. And Pilsners are amazing. Thank you, guys.
We may never be sponsored by those folks, but that's okay. Nice. I think that'll do it. Have a great one.
All
Take
beers
care. And also hit us up. We'd love to talk about whatever the fuck you bring up to us. Take care. Love you. Bye.